Hello everyone, so just wanted to talk about Amber Heard for a moment here. There's three issues going on. I'm going to go over them one at a time, and I'm going to start with perhaps the easiest one to explain, and that is what the heck's going on with her appeal. So today, or yesterday I think, was the deadline, the 40-day deadline for putting in the appeals brief. We know she'd already put in the statements of error, which was incorrectly listed in at least Vanity Fair as a appeals brief. And Johnny Depp put in his appeals brief, she didn't. So that might not mean anything. I know a lot of people say, oh, she's ended her appeal. It might mean she's not putting in her appeal. That could well be what it means. But also might be that she's either put it in secret and we're just not aware of it. That's one option. Or another option is that she's gained an extension. You can get up to 10 days of extension pretty easily, and she might have got an extension, we're just not aware of it. In the next 10 days, presumably, if we don't hear anything else, then it looks like she's not going ahead with the appeal. And that's certainly a possibility, but I don't want to jump the gun on that. I've certainly been tricked by enough people over the years, so, you know, then suddenly getting an extension on different legal situations. So I don't want to say, oh, she's definitely dropped it. We certainly don't have that confirmation, but they certainly haven't filed it, not to my knowledge, which is interesting. And perhaps combined with the other two things going on, it's a bit more interesting. But let's go on to the second thing. So, well, it seems as if she has put in to one of her lawsuits, the one involving the insurance companies, particularly New York Marine, who don't want to pay for her any part of her appeal, and also involves a different group who, Travelers Insurance. They're happy to pay for the appeal, but they don't want to pay for the whole lot. They want New York Marine to pay for a bit of it. New York Marine don't want to pay for any, and they're trying to sue Amber Heard. So it's all a bit of a three-way lawsuit. And Amber Heard's now gone ahead and said, well, she doesn't have a residence in USA. She sold a house, therefore they can't sue her. Now this is not as silly as it sounds. I know a lot of people have made fun of her about that. She's not exactly claiming she's homeless or that she's no longer a resident or has given up her citizenship. She's actually just saying that it's a homeowner's insurance claim, and therefore since she no longer owns a home, therefore it's no longer liable. Is it true? Is that a valid excuse? Well, the simple answer to that is no. I'm not a lawyer, I don't get into that, but other lawyers have had a look at that, or actual lawyers have had a look at that, and they said no. But a lot of people are making fun of that. But of course, if she was truly, you know, if she was truly homeless, she wouldn't be going on a trip to Spain, unless of course she was planning on moving to Spain. And that's quite a possibility if she is on the run. Reference to my first story there, that could be why she hasn't launched the appeal, because if she's planning on going on the run, I mean, there's some lawyers that would still go ahead with an appeal with her on the run, but a lot of them would say, no, we're not going to do this, we're just going to quietly fade off into the night. And yeah, if she is planning on going on the run, and this thing does suggest that, there is every chance that that appeal will not happen. I've already gone over previously, I don't think that there's any merit to it, and I think it'd be very expensive for her to go ahead with something that doesn't have any merit. And I'm sure that her lawyers would have told her, look, there's just no possibility of winning this. And the nature of the way they presented the appeal looked to me like it was just them trying to say, oh look, we would have won the appeal if only we'd had enough money. You know, it's more about appealing to the newspapers and media rather than in an actual legal process. So then the third bit is, well, her Twitter has been deleted. There's a few possibilities for this, well, basically two. One is that she deleted it, and the second is that Elon Musk deleted it. Now, if she deleted it, well, she didn't give any warning, not that I'm aware of at least, just suddenly boom. There were a lot of celebrities that said, oh look, I'm going to leave Twitter and blah blah blah. Are they really? Probably not. A lot of people say, oh, I'm going to leave it. If you say you're going to leave it, you're probably not. If you're really going to leave it, you just delete it. And Amber Heard has really left. So, could Elon Musk have deleted it? Possible. I've heard some guesses people have given. about why she deleted her Twitter, and they're saying, oh, it's because Elon Musk wants to read her private messages. Now, first of all, pretty sure that's illegal. I don't absolutely know the law on that, but it doesn't sound legal. It sounds illegal. So to me, I would think it's probably illegal. And the second thing is, if he was going to do that, you'd think that her deleting the account wouldn't make any difference. He'd have backups and he could look at what it was like before it deleted. If he was really interested in doing that, he would just obtain the backups. I mean, if you're going to break the law, what's it make a difference if it's deleted or not? What does it make a difference if you're going through that extra step? The problem is, right now he's in a hostile takeover. He's just fired a bunch of people. He's going to fire more. If you're working at Twitter, you are not on Elon Musk's side. I think everybody working at Twitter right now would hate his guts. He needs to wait until he's fired them and brought on a new bunch before he does anything that requires any loyalty at all, whether it's illegal or dodgy or whatever. So there's no way that he'd be doing anything dodgy now, because he'd be reported by pretty much the entire workforce. I don't know if he's hired anybody that's going to be loyal to him, but right now they're not going to be loyal. So this is not the time to be doing something dodgy or illegal. It's not the time at all. And something like that, whether it's illegal or just dodgy, and I'm not quite sure, I wouldn't think that this is the time to do it. If he was going to do it, it wouldn't make any difference for her account to be deleted. He could go and look at a backup. Might make a difference if she sort of caught him on the hop and he didn't have a backup and he wasn't aware it's been deleted. But he knows it's been deleted. He could get a hold of the backup, make a copy himself, just keep it for when he's replaced his disloyal people with new loyal people. And so that's one thing he could do if he was going to do it. And he could do that. I'm sure he could make a secret copy. But then again, even now, doing that as a secret copy, I mean, that's the thing. Like, maybe she sort of thinks, oh, okay, I'm going to delete my account while you have disloyal people, knowing that once you have loyal people that you can rely on, it'll be too late because you won't have backups anymore. Because if he took a backup now, then some people would would know that he's got it, they would report that, yada, yada, yada. He would be risking things. Whether it's dodgy or illegal. I don't know if it's just dodgy or it's just illegal. It sounds illegal, but it might just be dodgy. And yeah, would he care about what her private messages say? I don't know that he would. He might. Don't know that he's that vindictive. I don't know, he might be. So yeah, putting all that together, does it look like Amber Heard is on the run? It possibly does. If you combine that with the possibility that she has been squirreling away, hiding away lots of money, either just from her own earnings, which could be as much as 20 million, from manipulating Johnny Depp, which could be as much as 100 million, to outright stealing money off Johnny Depp, which could be another 400 or 500 million, to potentially getting financial support from Elon Musk, either, well, potentially just for the baby that presumably is his. Now, that could be perfectly legal, it might not be legal, it might be blackmail, but I can't imagine him falling for blackmail. He's quite a smart man, I don't think he would fall for that. But if it is legitimately his and legitimately hers, there could be an arrangement where she gets so much money. All of that suggests she could be on the run. Is she on the run? I don't think we know yet, but there is some chance that she's looking for a place to live. And also, you've got to remember that she does have legal proceedings in place, at least the one in Australia, which is a perjury case. She may end up having more, but she's potentially looking at jail time over that. Will other cases end up looking at jail time? Potentially. And one of her support people, Chris Boozy, Bot Central on Twitter, is being sued by at least 3 people. And with Twitter being taken over by Elon Musk, it looks like he won't be able to support her for much longer. And he's got the lawsuits. And yeah, he's one of her most loyal supporters, so that's going to hurt her a lot. So yeah, is she on the run? I don't know. Perhaps not yet. Is she planning to be? Possibly. Is it going to be successful? Don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, so look, crazy period for that. Just had to make that comment on that. Anyway, that's it from me. Bye-bye.